In Mexico, family is one of the most important aspects of life. It might then not come as a surprise that Academy Award-winning Mexican director Alejandro Iñárritu, who is a father of two, holds family with high regard, even stating in his interview that nothing comes as close to being as important to him as his family, not even his films. But what you might not expect is just how much Iñárritu uses this family virtue in his films, especially when it comes to the role of the father figure. While still in some way present in his earlier films, Babel was Iñárritu's first film to put a heavy emphasis on fatherhood. In the film, several stories are followed that eventually all connect to the same plot. In all of these stories, fathers play an important role. One has to take care of his wife, who was shot, while still making sure the children back home are doing okay. The second one has to protect his sons after accidentally shooting the woman, even if that means leaving everything behind. Lastly, there is the father of the Japanese girl, who has to help his daughter overcome a depression after her mother committed suicide. All of the characters come from a different background, but every one of them portrays the different traits of being a good father, and that is what Iñárritu wants to show us. This theme of being a good father despite your background continues in his film Beautiful, where Iñárritu wants to show us that there's nothing more important than being a parent. In the film, we are presented with a father living a hard life. To make money, he does shady business. His wife is manic depressed and sleeping with his brother, but to top this all off, he also suffers from terminal cancer. This film is about a father's struggle to provide for his children and secure their future during his last days. In his Oscar-winning film Birdman, however, Iñárritu steps away from the somber to tell us a more light-hearted story of a father trying to be relevant again. This time Iñárritu shows the weakness of a parent and displays a story that shows that fathers are still normal humans, flaws and all. Instead of showing us the virtues of being a good father, it shows one that has let his daughter slip away. Only by listening to his daughter does their relationship flourish again, and subsequently does his own life get back on track. Iñárritu examines a very different side of fatherhood in his 2015 film The Revenant. The story follows a scout for a group of pelt hunters in the early days of the United States. After the scout gets attacked by a bear, he has to watch helplessly how his son gets murdered by one of the group members who is fed up with caring for the scout. Iñárritu shows how the scout, out of love for his son and anger over his murder, drives him to avenge his son, even while almost being dead himself. Iñárritu illustrates how far a father's love can take someone. Iñárritu shows us all the sides of being a good father, the good and the bad. With his films, he wants to display that there's nothing more important than family, and gives us a glimpse at how he feels about fatherhood. All of his films, especially since Babel, have had such a strong emphasis on this theme. We will probably see a lot more of this in his future work.